Welcome back to my top 10 characters that should have died. Number 5 is Lois Lane from the first Superman movie. Now I might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't she die though with the missile hit and buried her in her car? Doesn't count because Superman flew around the world a bunch of times at the speed of light, turning the axis of the earth around so he can save her. And that's just a terrible ending, and I think it would have been much better if she had died, because think about it, he has all this immense power and yet he couldn't save the one person he wanted to save the most. And so even if he brings Luthor to justice, it doesn't make him feel any better because he's already lost the person close to him other than his family. So I think it would have been much better for her to die. And it would have given us a lot more, human character arc. But nope, they just gave us this happy ending where he just flies around the world, and that's a terrible ending. And you know what? I'm gonna save more of my rant about that for another top 10 I've been working on. I just need to find the right time of the year to do it. Number 4 is Sasuke from Naruto. Man, when I did my top 5 bitch boys back in the day, I put Sasuke on the list. And one of the things I hated about him, not just because he's a bitch boy, he's a traitor. He's a damn traitor, and I hate him so. He was such a terrible character. He was so, oh, woe is me, I'm such a damn emo, but look how cool I am. It's like, you suck, you're a traitor, your whole family are traitors, and you all deserve to die. But the thing that I go back to is, again, character arc and storytelling. Naruto's whole thing was trying to save people, and a lot of the other people in his past have tried to save their friend but failed, and it kept on repeating time and time again where the try to save their friend, it doesn't work, and it leads to a big war or a group faction splitting off, and then it just snowballed until this entire thing just turned to a shit show. I'm gonna try not to curse, but I think it would have been better if Naruto had learned, look, I have to make the tough decision that these other people weren't willing to make and kill my best friend, even though Sasuke never thought of him as his friend, just a stepping stone for power. It would have been a lot better for him to learn that lesson. That's the one thing that I really hate about this whole story arc in general, is that there is no real character growth, unfortunately. And I think that would have been much better to have him die, have Naruto kill him, and then live with that. He may unite the entire clans together, but he had to do it. He had to make the ultimate sacrifice of his supposed best friend, and know that, hey, sometimes some people don't want to be saved, and you can't force them to be saved. Is that such a better way to end the story than this? Again, I'm going to save this rant for later, because I have more to say. Damn it, I'm getting heated. Who's number 3? Oh, crap. Number 3, Rose from The Last Jedi. Now, full disclosure, I've not seen the last trailer for Rise of Skywalker, but from the first trailer I saw, I did not see her. But I'm going to count her on this list, and if she's ends up dying in Rise of Skywalker, I'm still keeping her on this list because I think she should have died in The Last Jedi. This character sucks. This character sucks ass. And if you watch my top 10 movies with Jar Jar Binks syndrome, she was number 3 on that list too. And damn it, she deserved to be on that list. And damn it, she deserved to die in this movie. So terrible. And not to mention, yes, she took away Finn's, heroic sacrifice. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but at the same time, my suggestion would have been have Poe save him, and instead of like the whole BS about we don't fight for what we hate, we fight for what we love. Oh, fucking blow me. Have Poe say, hey, we don't need any more dead heroes. We need live leaders, and that would have been a lot better as a. But if you're going to have Rose save him, she has to die. Something like that has to come at a price, and the price should have been her dying. It would have meant more. Finn could have, carried that stupid necklace around her, around his neck for some reason, and it would have mattered more. If she's not in the Rise of Skywalker, maybe I'll take her off this list. But as soon as he shows up, yep, she stays on the list permanently. And even if she dies in the Rise of Skywalker, she should have died here. But if she's in the Rise of Skywalker, oh, I hope they kill her because her character sucks ass. Number 2, Ant-Man in Endgame. Now, this isn't just because I don't like Paul Rudd. It's not. First of all, I think Thanos should have killed a couple more Avengers. And Ant-Man was the perfect person to kill off in that moment because they're at the highest high. He was like looking at the birds. He had no way of knowing that Thanos was about to firebomb the shit out of that place, which was awesome, by the way. But it made sense for him to die in that moment because the highest high and then bam, get hit with the lowest low of him getting killed. And then when Hope shows up, you can even kill her too. I didn't like her character either. But I think Thanos should have killed more of the Avengers. He kills 2 in this entire thing, as memory serves me. But yeah, he should have been more. And Ant-Man would have been the perfect person to have that happen to. And I don't know, do you really think that they're going to make a third Ant-Man and Wasp movie? I hope not. Both those movies suck. But who knows? Otherwise, I do think that as a story, it would have meant more to have somebody die in that big attack. You can't kill off Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor because they gotta have that kick-ass fight with Thanos before the big rumble shows up. But hey, that's just my opinion. Yeah, you might be thinking, oh man, you're hating all these people, and there must be someone you really hate to really put all these other people you hate into lower spots. No, actually, the number 1 character that should have died is Sydney from Scream 4. And I like Sydney. I like Sydney in all 4 of the Scream movies. But I think Sydney should have died in Scream 4. And quite honestly, this is kind of a toss-up between her and Dewey in Scream 2. I went with Sydney because I think it would have meant more and you could have done more by having Sydney die. Because this whole thing was about, remakes and reboots and stuff like that and endless sequels. So why not have it where the reboot or remake kills the original? Because a lot of times with these remakes and reboots, there's always the internet backlash of, oh, it's ruining the franchise, or it's ruining the original, or it's ruining my childhood, and all that other BS. Why not actually, steer into that and actually have it kill the original? And I think it would have been a nice little commentary. It would have been cool to see because Sydney's been through so much. It would have been nice to actually lay her to rest. And I think you could have done more with her cousin as the main antagonist / protagonist in another series in Scream 5, which you could have done before Wes Craven passed away, may he rest in peace. I think there would have been more there if you had killed Sydney and left the cousin alive. But unfortunately that didn't happen. There's not even like an alternate ending. Because, in my opinion, I think that would have been a great ending and a great way to end the franchise. Even to have the killer actually win. And it would have been cool to see, in my opinion. But yeah, as much as I like Sydney, I'm willing to kill her off because I think the story would have meant more for her to die. And that's my list. So, what characters do you think should have died in movies, TV, books that you've read? What characters should have died? Let me know in the comments. And next up, I'm going to do a quick recap review of, I think, 4 movies that I've seen before I get into some movies that I've been wanting to watch and actually review for the channel. So, until then, take care. Bye.